I would like to invite Mr. Kishor Sankhe. A huge round of applause.
What my boss has given when we have started our digitization journey, that if there is a World War III, it cannot be won with the World War II ammunitions. You have to have altogether different ammunition to address this complexity. Hence, 4-5 years back, we are only two IT system in place. One is basically ERP SAP and followed by the MRP. And there's so much complexity, and that time we were just making 40,000 vehicles. And from 40,000 vehicle, we have moved to 80,000 vehicle in last 4 to 5 years. Within that, the most exciting or the proud moments for Mahindra or as a nation also is that a passenger vehicle, what Mahindra has ventured. We were just making 20,000 vehicle, passenger vehicle just 4 years back. And from 20,000, we have moved to 60,000. That means we have done the 3x capacity planning, capacity ramp up with so many models introduction. And you know the story of Mahindra, I will take you through. So with this background, why this background is important, that how we have approached our digitization journey with the supply chain complexities. So most of the people are knowing about this supply chain challenges in automotive industry. The number one challenges is on demand uncertainties, which I would cover out of this, most of the things you are aware. But demand uncertainty in the automotive sector is that at the dealer place or at customer place, it's very difficult to predict where the trend is going. For example, for passenger vehicle, we have hatchbacks, sedans, and the utility vehicle and sport utility vehicle. Just 5 years back, sedan and passenger vehicles, smaller cars, was contributing almost 65 to 70% of the volume. And then market has shifted in last 4 years. Now, utility vehicles, sports utility vehicle contribute to 65%. Last year it was 60%. And passenger vehicles, sedan has come down from 70% to 35 to 40%. So this cannot be judged. Even our business case has gone wrong when we launches the vehicle, because we are not able to predict the customer sentiments. And we are seeing that these things will continue to become more and more complex. We won't be able to predict the right demand at the variant level. We are taking all the efforts through digitization, but still it is going to be more complex. People will ask model in very shortest time with the different kind of combination in the tech specs. And we need to address that. Hence, it will become very difficult to plan the capacities on all these things. Hence, the supply chain. RM, you are aware, dependency on imports is also going up. And with the so much currently our import content at percentage at the buying, my buying for auto sector is almost 60,000 crores per annum out of our 80,000. So out of that, we have 75 supplier imports and we have almost 350 parts. But our tier 1, tier 2, the child part, what exposure, what they have in terms of semiconductor, electronic part, it's quite high. But we have direct lesser compound, but through tier 1, tier 2, we have the higher compound. Logistic and transportation bottleneck is one of the areas we want to work, and I can welcome who can provide that service. But this is the area where we want to really work, because the things happen in such a way that material is available at the supplier's end, but still I'm not able to fit the line. So how to address this? How to think in terms of re-engineering way to address this issue? So if you have any expertise, you can approach to me, and Kunal Doshi is sitting here. So you can approach us and give and we can explore your expertise on that. This is also one of the challenges from the regulatory changes, because we are seeing in last 4-5 years, there are so many changes happening on the environmental front, emission front, what in terms of tonnage plans, in terms of ethanol blending, in terms of AC warranting, we want to give seat belt variation. So a lot of surprises we get in the short notice from the government, and we have to address this. Semiconductor shortage, everybody is aware of that. We are just now, it is just streamlining, but this was the main pain point 4-5 years back. Supply-based fragmentation, labor and workforce is one of the areas for supply chain. Then inventory, with all this, my job is to also manage the inventory in terms of making the free cash flow for the company, working management, natural disruption, technology integration. This is mainly giving the tech savvy features in the vehicles and the trade war. So with all this supply chain, it's next slide also that with this also we could mitigate with the help of all the ecosystem in the system. This is the journey, most of the, just I was talking, in last 4-5 years, how did we manage? So in spite of so many challenges, COVID, semiconductor crisis, China lockdown, Ukraine war, Red Sea crisis. In last, we had 3 launches in F22, 2 launches in F23, 2 launches in F24 and 5 launches in F20. So we have series of launches in last 4 years amid all the crisis in the supply chain. In spite of that, M&M we have grown the 2x. And it is not just happened manually because we have done a lot of intervention from the digitization point of view. So we had, after the launch of say Thar, XUV 700, Scorpio N, 3XO, and now BEVs and Thar Rocks. So all the new models, we got a huge success, correct? The waiting time has gone as high as 1 year, and there was a pressure from business analysts. What are you doing about that? Okay. And that time we have taken the journey of the capacity planning. How do we ramp up 4x times? And this cannot happen with the regular Excel sheet type of working. So when we had to embark on the digitization program, how do we do the capacity planning through digitization tool? How do we create the capacity expansion? So I won't name the provider, but we have done extensive work on this front on capacity planning with digitization tool. And also with that, in the same thing, we have done the long lead part planning, which is import parts, which is having more than 8 months or 12 months this thing. Then with this, as I covered, demand and supply, variability based on inventory planning. How do I manage inventory with this complexity? How do we improve on our dealer forecast, which was very weak? It was what accuracy was as low as 50%. Currently, we have improved to 65%. And we have used the statistical forecast to improve this. And with that, we were never used to give supplier our medium-term plans and long-term plans. We used to just operate on 3 months planning. Just we used to give our visibility window up on only 3 months. So now we have moved, at least at any given month, we give the 6 months window for the medium-term planning and for 24 months for the import and semiconductor planning. So supply chain visibility, as I said, we have started doing N+5 planning, which is proactively identifying and debottlenecking critical supply chain. I just take few minutes to explain that. What we do, we get all the model codes, 1200, 300 code model code system in the system. We explode the bomb in the system and the part level requirement to the supplier. And supplier is supposed to commit whatever the requirement is given within 2 days window. Supplier commit us, and based on that, I do my production planning, how much vehicle I will be producing. So that is why we call it N+5 planning. Daily level, we have the TMS, we are now venturing with TMS for daily trigger, material innovating and tracking. And for import, we have implemented Go Comet for the import child part availability. This I will not cover, I will skip this. This is most of the thing people are on. How do I mitigate the global semiconductor? Also, we started giving this requirement of our capacity planning digitization tool. And I think to most of the things, I think we could resolve now. So the semiconductor issues are behind us. So just, so when we are talking end to end, that means we are completely scaling right from the customer to the suppliers. So first I will cover you on the what we are doing on the customer side. Customer side, we are, as I said, we are working on the demand forecasting. We are going to have the portal live. It has gone live just last month, where all the dealers, 240 dealers across the India, they will key in their requirement at the variant level. Okay. After they key in, our area sales manager will validate on the system whether the requirement has come right or not. Based on demand forecasting, we will do our production planning. We call S&OP. It's called Sales and Operation Planning. And then this is in the part of sprint 1. In sprint 2, we are going to implement S&OE, which is the sales and operation executions. It's a day level planning we are going to. We call end-to-end supply chain platform. Post, we get the input from the production plan. We have our manufacturing plant. They have the advanced production planner. Again, this is the digitization tool where the trigger goes to supplier for the suppliers and also for the in-house manufacturer, which part, which SKUs to be produced at what time and what date. Similarly, inventory planning will also happen on the same platform of the production S&OP, and we have multi-economic inventory planning system, and it will also do end-to-end planning, right from taking the dealer input, finished good, aggregate level and the part level planning. Post that, we have the TMS system will be put in place, digitization, and there we will get the ETA for each and every part. On the supplier side, we have rough cut capacity planning, which I have explained you on the digital side, where the planning will go at the monthly level for N+5. Followed the confirmation, we will reach the MRP schedule, invoicing. We have integrated ERP. Daily dispatch trigger will be given through this. And we have AI-based shortage and escalation trigger system. We are also putting this in place. And we are working a lot of AI-related projects, how to integrate in this. On the warehouse planning side, we are implementing warehouse digital twin, where this is the proactive simulation tool where how to calculate how much warehouse required for N+5 plan or for 24 digital twin. Okay, this is also we are implementing, and this is on the freight management solution for the import, which is GoCommit. So with this, we are integrating from customer to suppliers. However, these are all the various tools we are going to implement in Mahindra & Mahindra for answering all our complexity issue. This just I'll keep for your consumption. So this is just I will take quickly how the capacity planning confirmation we have done. We have created two portal on these things. One is for the supplier commit portal, and second is supplier capacity declaration portal. We have, this is the two, one is midterm planning, which is used for the supplier for my short-term planning, and for long-term planning we have supplier declaration portal. So both the portals are allowed to supplier, will they understand what are our 6 months projection and what are our 24 months projection. So this tools is quite effective, and currently it is 100% implemented. Adoption rate from the supplier is almost 99.99%. Almost 100% is on this tool. This is what I just further more detailing on S&OP, how the S&OP cycle works, sales and operations. So we get input from dealer input with the statistics, then we do the final unconstrained demand, which flows to our manufacturing and the supplier constraint. Post constraint resolution, we generate our 6 months plans, which we commit to supplier. From there, we do the final feasible production plan. From there, we do the day level production plan. After day level, MRP schedules are released to suppliers and also to the transporters. And then we plan our day-to-day production, and then FG dispatch happens to dealers. So this is how the unified complete order to deliver process is in place, all digitization tool. So this is on the TMS integration, which I think most of the people must be aware because you are the expert in this area. So this is also TMS integration we are doing end to end from what are the M&M data source, what are the government portals, and what are the productive and efficient improvement data validations. So with this, we are going to get ETA for each and every vehicles and each and every, and that will help us for our production planning. So these are the key features for the digital transformation. It's an end-to-end connectivity from dealers to suppliers, multi-echelon inventory planning basis system, which I already covered, dynamic capacity planning, proactively identify and debottleneck critical supply constraint, transportation management system for triggering daily material inwarding and tracking, freight management, end-to-end shipment visibility of our imports, supplier daily collaboration, digital system for just-in-time and just-in-sequence part supplies, AI-based supply chain intelligence, synchronized planning for the inter-plant supplies, and warehouse capacity planning. These are all the digital transformation what we are doing. Yeah, thank you very much.